We all saw Zion Williamson's debut, and I even went ahead and analyzed his debut, and without a doubt, it lived up to the hype, and it was 100% worth the wait. And here's the thing, we're going to talk about what LeBron James's reaction to Zion Williamson's debut was, and I understand a lot of people compare Zion to LeBron James, but here's the one thing that I saw that was consistent with Zion's debut and had in common with LeBron's debut. Both of their debuts lived up to the hype. Both players were set up with impossible expectations, and while LeBron went ahead and fulfilled those expectations, I feel like Zion has a chance at fulfilling his. Now, if you guys cared about what my impressions of Zion's debut was and my analysis of Zion's debut, I'm going to leave a link to that in the description down below. But so far, at the moment that this video has been made, Zion's played a couple of games, but that hasn't stopped other NBA legends and current NBA players and future NBA players from reacting to his debut. So what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to take you through every single one of these players and legends and maybe even some celebrities and tell you what they thought of Zion Williamson's debut. And bro, I have literally Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James on top of a bunch of other players to take you through their reaction. Now, really quickly, if you guys watch a lot of my content but you aren't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe. Your boy just recently went full-time on YouTube, and I cannot wait to show you what I'm going to be doing for y'all now that I'm a full-time YouTuber. And if you really want to contribute to my goal, please hit that notification bell as well. On top of that, guys, if you're sick and tired of seeing a bunch of ads on my videos, I upload all of my content from YouTube onto Instagram, and on Instagram, you can watch the full video without any ads whatsoever. My Instagram is @Theflightmike, which is the same as my Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok account, which is what I am using to upload my workouts. And believe me, bro, summer's around the corner. I know it's like 4 to 5 months away, but if you want to get the muscle that you want to get, now's the time to start working on it. Now, without further ado, here's the first player that I think we all want to see his reaction to Zion Williamson. Yeah, Darrell Wright. This is what Darrell Wright's reaction was to Zion finally hooping. This was during his debut, and his tweet was literally 2 words, Zion hooping. And we have a lot of reactions that are similar to this. Trevor Booker, another former NBA player, said Zion with a bunch of hands up emojis. Channing Frye, in reaction to Zion making it rain from 3, said, OMG, who is this guess? Dirk Williamson. And honestly, I was thinking that there was a chance that Zion may have had Fred Vincent really help him with his 3-point game, and as a result, he developed this unstoppable 3-point jumper after going 4 for 4 against the San Antonio Spurs. But after his next game against the Denver Nuggets, it seemed as if, that 3-point jump shot could be as consistent as LeBron James' 3-point jump shot was earlier in his career. Only time will tell. It's only been 2 games, but I have faith in Zion Williamson's ability to hit it from 3 just because of Fred Vincent. And if you guys don't know who Fred Vincent is, this is the guy who is the shooting coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. He is the current shooting coach of the New Orleans Pelicans, and he completely changed Lonzo Ball's jump shot. So I'm expecting him to do something similar for Zion Williamson's jump shot as time progresses on. Now, Kendrick Perkins, who currently is very notorious for having a son who is gaining as much notoriety as Zion Williamson was, I think his son is, I don't know how old he is, he's very young, but he has some highlight reels. Go Google Kendrick Perkins' son, you'll know what I'm talking about. He had this to say: everyone, including myself, questioned Zion's weight, but I had a chance to see this young man up close in person last night, and this kid is ripped up and moves extremely well for his size. By the way, the kid has 8% body fat. And whoa, bro, hold up. With all due respect, you're talking to a guy that's really into fitness. You're talking to a guy that obsesses over body fat percentage. Bro, there is no freaking way Zion is 8% body fat. I know what 8% body fat looks like. That is not 8% body fat. If anything, it might be like 10, 11, 12%. Let me know in the comment section down below, because there's no way I think he's kind of like reaching over here. I think he's just trying to hype up Zion a little bit to make him look good. I respect what he is doing, but I don't think that Zion Williamson is only 8% body fat. Now, really quickly, here's probably the most intriguing NBA player, current NBA player, who had something to say about Zion. And this is the guy that could potentially lose out on the Rookie of the Year race. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think Ja Morant is at risk of losing Rookie of the Year as a result of Zion Williamson coming back. Because honestly, this guy's been balling out. I'm really happy to see Ja Morant doing what he's doing. But check this out. I thought this tweet was really cool. When the Pelicans took out Zion, Ja Morant tweeted out, "Let him rock," facepalm emoji, and he quoted "Free Zion," which is really cool to see. I love seeing basketball players support each other, especially if Ja Morant could potentially lose out on Rookie of the Year. I don't think he will, but there is a chance that he might, depending on how Zion does the rest of the season, where the Grizzlies finish in the playoff race and where the Pelicans finish in the playoff race, and of course if Ja Morant gets injured. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think Ja Morant's going to win Rookie of the Year or Zion, or if there is someone else on your mind like Tyler Hero or somebody else. Now we can finally get to some basketball legends and what they thought of Zion Williamson's debut, and we're going to build it up, man. We're going to start out with the most recently retired legend, Mr. Dwayne Wade, who quoted SportsCenter that posted this tweet saying Zion has taken over, scoring 17 straight points. Dwayne Wade said, "Without a doubt, this dude was worth the wait." And I could not possibly agree more with Dwayne Wade. Now, the rest of these reactions are actually not going to be tweets. These are going to be interviews, and these are the best ones. We're going to start out with none other than Kobe Bryant, and he was asked what he thought about Zion Williamson. He said, "Zion has a lot of potential." And this is what Kobe Bryant thought of Zion Williamson. He said, "Zion has a lot of potential. I think he's at a critical stage right now because there are going to be people pulling him from every direction, right? And the most important thing for him is to stay focused on the game. That is the most important thing. Focus on the game. Everything else is secondary. I think if he does that, he will be the player that we all think he can be and more." And for the most part, I'd have to agree with him. Zion doesn't really seem focused on much else but the game of basketball. He seems very passionate about the game of basketball, and he doesn't seem very distracted at all whatsoever. But at the same time, I feel like, and I know this is cliche, I know we hear this a lot, I know there's a lot of analysts that keep talking about this, except Kendrick Perkins, who thinks Zion Williamson is 8% body fat. I think the number one concern Zion Williamson still has is his body fat and his weight, and he needs to try to get as light as he can if he wants to continue to captivate us for the rest of his career. I hope he has a very long career, by the way. So the next player that I think we all really want to know how he feels about Zion is LeBron James. And here's the thing that I thought was really cool about LeBron James's reaction. He goes out of his way to relate to Zion, and he says, "I can relate to Zion in a sense of he's been covered since he was in high school when he was in Spartansburg, and everybody is trying to compare him to the next this or the next that. But the best thing I've noticed is he seems like a good kid. He seems like he's got his head on straight. That's the type of shit that strikes me. Everybody gets so caught up in the game itself, but I look at the intangibles, and he seems like he has great intangibles, and he seems like a great kid. What strikes me the most? His agility and his quickness. For his size, how strong he is. To be able to move like the way he moves. He's very impressive. I mean, everybody can see the athleticism. That's ridiculous. But the speed and the quickness that he moves with at that size is very impressive. Guys, this is going to be a little pathetic because I am a Laker fan. I had a dream like a while ago of what would have happened if the Lakers got the number 1 overall pick in last year's NBA draft. Do you think they would have kept Zion, or do you think the Pelicans would have poached him from the Los Angeles Lakers in return for Anthony Davis? And if so, I know this is a what if scenario, Do you think the Lakers would have been giving up too much if they traded Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and Josh Hart for Anthony Davis? Or do you think, given the result that we have today, it would have been worth it? Let me know in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you have to say. But there's one more player that we need to talk about, and that's none other than the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Now, bear in mind, Michael Jordan's going to be a little bit biased because he signed Zion to a shoe deal with Jordan Brand. And we're going to get his reaction, his business reaction first, because I figured it's very, very important. So Jordan says the NBA is very fortunate to have a talented young man who shows a certain passion about the game, which is consistent with what LeBron James said. Okay. That's something you can't get. You're born with it, and you share it with the rest of the world. We were very fortunate that he chose us. We look at every opportunity to expand him to the consumers and showcase his personality and his basketball skills. We can't play basketball for him, but we feel like he does present us an opportunity to showcase his talents. And that's what our job's going to be. It's a great partnership.